there are 2 bits of skin that are missing.
It's quite a deep wound, isn't it?
Yes. So what we are doing about it is doing that dressing is called wet dressing, so vacuum dressing.
Yes.
So it helps the tissue sort of granulate, which is to move from sideways in to sort of fill up that void. How long does she need to be in it? Probably for quite a while, unfortunately.
Oh, so we're not
In the hospital.
Not necessarily in the hospital.
Perhaps rehab?
Well, the issue is that with 2 big wounds, it's not entirely clear how much she will benefit from rehab. We're still trying to sort things out at the moment. What I have done in the meantime is to get a second opinion from the plastics department in heart. I've sent them some photos late yesterday. They haven't gotten back to me, but I think that from my experience at least, it's very unlikely they will offer a plastic procedure on her, because that normally involves flaps. So to have flaps, you need to have good vascularity. With someone her age,
we know the circulation to
we like it's unlikely that she will have the adequate vascularity. I'm not the expert in this, and I can certainly be completely wrong. Then that's why I've asked for an opinion from them.
A plastic surgeon what would be the benefit of?
So they're the experts at doing flaps.
Yes.
What's flaps? Can you explain that? I don't.
Basically, you cut a bit of tissue and then you rotate it and then implant it to cover.
To help fill in the
gap.
So you would take it from someplace else on the body.
Yeah. They'll probably be the best persons to explain it. But essentially, yes. So what they do is they take a skin from an adjacent area, rotate it around, and put it in there, and then close the other area with
a skin implant, like a
sort of.
Okay,
but problem with doing flaps is you need to have very good blood vessels to feed the flap.
Yes, and she doesn't.
Which, I don't think she does, but I'm not. I'm not 100%. I'm not trained in that area.
And that's why you've consulted. Okay. So with you thinking about the options of the flaps, is that to increase maybe faster healing of the wound or no?
Well, we'll cover the wound completely. So that will. So if it was you or me, we'll probably get ourselves a flap. The problem is that she doesn't have good vessels, or I don't think she will have good vessels
to support it.
To support the flap.
So the other option is
what we're doing.
Okay, and so come Friday, Mum will have been on the vacuum dressing for a week. How long can you continue that, or is there no?
There's no upper limit.
Oh, okay.
In short.
Okay. So as long as it takes. Basically.
As long as it takes. I have certainly seen people on it for months.
Now, what does that look like? I know that when she goes home, they've talked about a smaller condensed
version of it.
For her to take home.
Yes.
Is that a possibility?
It is a possibility. Not at the moment because now she's on a special
that big unit.
So we'll need to continue looking at the wound. I know it's a bit like watching paint dry, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yes.
So she could be here for about how much longer?
I don't know.
Based on what you guys saw yesterday.
I don't know, but I don't think it's going. I don't think we will be looking to discharge her in say next week.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Unless the plastics team come back and say that we can do a flap on her. Yeah, that's great. Then we'll send her down to Hut.
Oh. Okay.
So
down to the Hut in Wellington to get it done.
Hut, unfortunately, we do not have a plastic service in this hospital, and the service that is contracted for Mid Central is the Hut Valley service.
Oh, I see. Okay. Gosh, that opens a whole nother new.
Yeah, like it's like like if I be honest with you, I'll be prepared to get a rejection.
Yes.
But there's no harm in trying.
Okay, so with a rejection, then our option is to continue on this unit that she's already on.
So obviously, more aggressive options is that if she gets florid infection from this, then the worst option on the table is that she might need amputation.
Okay.
So, but with the PICC line now in,
she's getting antibiotics through the drip,
yes, and
that's
prevent.
That prevents us having to prick her every week or something like that. Right? So you have to put in a new line every 5 days or 7 days, depending on local policy or that just reduces the discomfort because we know that she's going to require weeks and weeks of antibiotics.
Okay. So she's quite in a still very precarious situation then.
Yeah. Okay.
That needs close monitoring. So no, it's more than likely she'll spend more days here in the hospital than talking about a release date for home.
Yeah, I don't think we should be thinking about when she'll be released.
Okay.
I don't think that's the correct way of thinking about it. I think it's about getting her optimized as much as we can before we release her, because there's no point releasing someone back to community if you know that they're going to fall flat in their face and you're going to end up with a bigger problem than you have before you started. Right? That's definitely not what we want.
That certainly gives us some context. Thank you.
I appreciate your frankness.
Yes, that has been an issue for us as we've been watching Mum and her nobility or lack of. We've been thinking, how do we cope at home, and all that type of thing. That is an issue, and that's where we're sort of coming to a place where we would request a capacity assessment, an elder health assessment also.
Yeah, so I'm not elder health.
No.
So
understood.
Yeah, so we can organise for elder health to come and do an assessment. Whether that will be done in hospital, the answer is probably not.
Okay.
Because unfortunately, lots of things can make you confused. One of them is being sick.
Yes. And
so
that can.
The problem is that when doctors take away someone's capacity, it's not easy to get it back, and therefore it becomes a whole medical legal issue when you say that someone doesn't have capacity when they do.
All right. Yeah,
so that opens up a huge wormhole. I mean, I'm not saying that you've got bad intentions, but
I know
human
nature.
But the problem is that if we cannot just say that she doesn't have capacity. No. It's a huge thing, right?
Yes.
Because you're telling her that you can't go to the bank, you can't build your house, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't sign up for anything really. So
I guess we were just sort of thinking, would we end up in a situation while we have power of attorney drawn up, it's not activated. And actually we had started that process the week before she came back in. I guess as a family we're sort of thinking, will we find ourselves in a situation where Mum is unable to come home, and we don't want this to happen, we want her to come home, but
I think it's too early to tell at this stage.
Too early.
I think that at this moment there are more unknowns than knowns.
Yes. Okay.
So I wouldn't, plan for one way.
Yes.
It's sort of jumping the gun because I'm assuming that plastics is going to say no, which that's not correct because I'll have to wait for them to say no, right?
Okay. I appreciate your frankness here. Just didn't want to talk about this in front of Mum really, even though she couldn't comprehend it, but she knows we're talking about her and her future and didn't want to.
Yeah, and because she just wants to go home every day.
I understand, and
but now we just didn't know what to. Now we know.
We don't. Yeah, unfortunately, it's more unknowns at this stage. So
Okay.
Yeah, well, we'll keep you updated.
Thank you.
But there's not. I'm sorry, there's not much I can say.
No, but in fact, just talking back and forth, it's given us some context. We were sort of thinking, they're going to change the dressing again Wednesday and Friday. Maybe we can take her home.
No.
And not knowing in our ignorance you know, the complications and things. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Any other
Appreciate your
questions?
time. No, I
So
think.
what was your name again, sir?
Tim Chok, CHU.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I've met one of the house officers working with them.
Okay,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Matt Prowse, House Officer.
Can I just get your names as well? Is that okay? Sorry, I missed them
Yes,
before.
Penina, Penina, McMore, and I'm Joyce's daughter. And Heather can announce her name.
I'm Heather Gulliver, Joyce's daughter-in-law, and I live with her.
And do you hold the unactivated EPOA?
Yes.
I live abroad.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. I know you're very
Yes.
busy.
Thank
All right,
you.
no worries.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.